Welcome to Casino Guru News live from Sigma Rome 2025. Right now we're sitting at Casino Guru News booth and we're joined by Anastasia Semenkova, CEO of Payop. It's great to have you here. Welcome.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. That's awesome. Nobody ever said hi to me in Italian that wasn't actually Italian, but you said previously, right? We were talking, and you said that you can speak Italian, right?
Sì, parlo italiano.
Look at that. Impressive. It's great to have you here again because we already done this interview like what it was six months ago.
Yeah, last May.
Last May during the Casino Guru Awards. That's right. That's also like preparation for my first question because I really wanted to ask you, and I'm not sure if you like this question. But I wanted to ask you, since we last time we spoke, if there have been some, changes or developments in the payment solution in the iGaming, something for either developers or operators or players that you would like to mention, some sort of, new things that came around.
Oh, I think that it was verification of payee, new rule that started working across Europe. Some banks were better prepared, other less, and we saw a lot of failures in bank transfers. But I think that by this time everything is handled, all updates were added, and everything works as usual.
Yeah, so I can only imagine that was a bit challenging though. It took quite a lot of time, but good news, it's handled. Yeah. Also, again, question based on that we've seen each other 6 months ago, and I remember fondly on that interview. I wanted to ask you if you hadn't changed your opinion or outlook on something during that time. Like 6 months, it's a lot. And I guess we talked about crypto and the future of payments. Is there something that you changed your opinion about since then?
No, I think that I still have the same opinion that crypto is mostly an investment product, that payment industry becomes and the gaming industry. They both become more and more regulated every year. But I see that many regulations, they are working to stimulate the industry. For example, a door regulation that started working this year. It has more technical requirements to the payment companies, and it helped to make industry stable and to fortify new players, to show them the direction, how they must work, to highlight that they must work with the payment product not as with any IT product, but they must be reliable and provide stable infrastructure to process payments 24/7.
Yeah, actually, also I wanted to ask about regulations. You mentioned them. It's a hot talk around them for a while now. How do you see these regulation changes from a point of view of Payop's strategy? Is it like a little bit of headache for you guys to come around these changes, or do you see it as an opportunity to do things better, or it depends solely on the market?
We can do nothing here, we can just follow. And we made it our strategical advantage to follow all changes, all updates, and to be the first company who will implement them. So in this case, we will have a competitive advantage. If we can't change them, we can just accept them.
Yeah, just to be quick on your feet to respond to these changes, right? And you're very good with that, so heads off to you. Also, regulatory developments, because it's changing, it's developing, as I said before. Which regulatory development, has had the biggest impact on Payop as a whole? And how did you manage to implement some changes that were required?
I think one of the most interesting one was UK affordability checks. We still don't understand how exactly it works in practice, just because every time when we request source of funds, players just change the platform and go to another one. They are not willing to provide the documents. It will take more time to see the feedback of actual users. But I think that if person comes to casino, off land-based or online, when they are there to have some entertainment. And when they are overwhelmed with the emotions, it's always important to use different limits to stop all activities of that person and to give some time to cool off, and it will help person to make more rational choices in future. Everybody are doing it, but we still see that if the person is very persistent, he will find his way to continue what he plans.
Yeah. So you work with the UK affordability checks. You just see that it has some um, cracks that players can fall through. You know, it still needs to be a little bit of better thought out on the other side because yeah, players will play if they want to play. You know what I mean? So, in general, do you consider these affordability checks as a effective tool to protect players or not so much?
I think when you put stops in that entertainment, it helps to cool off, to think about the situation, to make maybe more rational decisions. But in general, still, it's not protection because if person had intention to continue a game, he will find the ways.
Yeah, sure. And I think that I asked this question before the last time we saw each other because I'm always curious to know what's like to work with iGaming operators. You know, when you implement these changes that are need to be implemented by regulators or whatever, do operators like push you on that? Do you struggle with them, or they usually align with your ways of working and they understand that yeah, this needs to be done?
It depends.
It depends on the company, it depends on the market.
I think that from time to time everybody tries to push just because they don't understand why we are doing it and they want to protect. They think business first, and for them it's their business. For us, it's our business.
Sure.
But we try to explain, send the links to describe why it works, how it works, why do we act like this or like that in different situations. And if they accept our rules, they will continue working with us. If not, it's their choice, but we will not make a step, but we will continue following our company policies.
Understandable. And what would you say is like most beneficial or rewarding when working with iGaming operators? Like, do you like it?
Yes, I like it because when you work with a large company, it doesn't mean is it iGaming or any other business. When you work with structured business, you help each other because
like partners.
Yes,
yeah.
Because we don't see or don't understand some things going in iGaming. They sometimes don't understand us. And when we are open to this communication, when we don't just say, oh, we don't like it, that's it, we will find the solution somewhere else. So when you have an open communication, when you have a dialogue, you understand the gaps in each other's vision, you can feel them, and you can come to the conclusion, just change the wording, explain something better, change the approach, help to make a step towards each other.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it because I also feel that it helps everybody just keep on growing. You know, do you have a different perspective from somebody else with a different specialty and they know better how to do their job, but there's always a place to like meet in the middle and learn from each other. So yeah, it's a very optimistic way to look at it, and hopefully it will just move on from that and keep on going. Also, yeah, when we're talking about cooperation and like partnerships and relationships, these events, iGaming events like this one, like Sigma Rome, is a big part of that. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you how you like the event so far. What's the Payop strategy with events like these? Like, what do you look here for? Is it like a brand visibility or making like some new connections, or how do you feel about these events?
I think that all industry is excited that we are in Rome because it's the first event that takes place in Rome. It's very well organized, much more place than in Maltese Pavilion. For us, it's mostly about building our strategy for the next year because it's a new venue, new place, new location. We wanted to see what changed, to understand what is our strategy for the next year, to see and to to write down the best like advertising spots.
Yeah,
So
true,
to get
true.
familiar with this, and of course to say hi to our partners and clients.
Yeah, basically, I feel like it's all about like gathering information in a good way, you know? Just like, let's come check it out. It's always welcoming and very open. So it's always a good place to spark some, not only innovation, but also partnerships and then foster existing ones. So yeah, that's about it. And I guess that's all from me as well. I asked you everything I wanted to. It was great to have you here. Thank you for this little chat. Hopefully, we'll see each other sooner than another 6 months, maybe at the next conference. So, thank you very much again.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
And thank you all who've been watching us. I will see you next time. Bye.